ep3 Jr. and I'm here today with Scott Freeze, an amazing designer. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine, thank you, Nisi.
So where are you from?
I was born in Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's
on Freedom Parkway.
That's awesome. How did you get into designing?
I came up with a couple designs that were like flips on logos. I had actually written a short film, and we were trying to shoot the short film, and I was trying to think of a way to kind of subsidize my income while I shot this film and quit my day job. And we made this shirt, and it took off. Everybody wanted it, and so I made graphic tees for a couple of years and got into manufacturing really heavily. And then I kind of wanted to make a leap from just printing graphic designs on already domestically made items to more of a cut and sew and a complex process. So I started getting into sourcing and manufacturing overseas and in California. Learned how to develop our own buttons and zippers and products and fabrics, and then put those all together in a way that delivers, I think, kind of my experiences in life through fashion with a modern twist. And it just kind of fell down the rabbit hole like any other love, I suppose.
Right. Well, we're here on Pop and Smoke. You know, we're going to be shooting some guns out on the range
I'm
today.
excited.
Have you ever been shooting before?
I have been shooting. I've been to the range a few times, and a lot of people in my family love firearms.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you have a favorite gun?
Probably the AR-15, the Glock, and maybe the AK-47. It's pretty cool weapons. Yeah. Some of the classics.
Right. How do you feel about gun laws and people being able to like openly own guns and carry guns?
I think that, we're in America, and in America we represent freedom and freedom of choice. And so I think as long as you're not breaking any laws, or you're not hurting anybody, or maybe you don't have, some kind of issue that would keep you from being able to have a firearm mentally, I don't see any reason why people shouldn't be able to carry firearms or have whatever firearms they want.
Right. So tell us about some of the different lines that you've released.
Well, we just did the Kaleidoscope collection, which was a collaboration I did with a tie-dye artist named Ryan Cowart. And we basically, he's been working on a style of tie-dyeing that's really complex, where you put powder dyes on the top of the pieces and then pile ice on top of it and spritz water, and it soaks through and creates a real crystalline dye, which is really beautiful. We did a few suits and some button-up shirts for men and some dresses. We took old overall, well, they're actually brand new, but the old style of Dickies overall coveralls, acid wash bleached them, and then tie-dyed them. Just to kind of, I really love 90s and 80s style, and overalls were a big component in that. And so we released that at Tongue and Groove in downtown Atlanta, and it was fantastic. We had about 600 people show up. Had Midnight Panda and Danny M perform. It was really good.
So where do you get some of the inspiration from for your different lines?
I think my life is a library of inspiration and ideas, and I think everybody's is. And if you really look around at what's around you and draw inspiration from what's going on in your life, and then apply that to your medium, my medium being production and clothing design, you can speak those emotions through your art, and your fans and the people who enjoy your brand or your art that you're creating can join you in that journey, which is kind of like I've always loved about great albums.
Right. So what are some of your musical influences?
I think I kind of go far back. I mean, I really love the whole KRS-One era up into the Wu-Tang era, Tupac, then moving on up to kind of where we're at now. Travis Scott is a huge influence of mine. I absolutely love his music. St. John. Cam Christian is an artist from Georgia who's new. I actually just discovered him a couple of days ago. I mean, like, he responds to your messages on Facebook. That's kind of how new he is.
Has some artists been wearing your clothes?
We've, through our network and just through word of mouth, Big Boy from Outkast, Yosef Martinez from Atlanta United, Dallas Austin is a collaborator with me. We work on a lot of projects together, and then he's got the whole Rowdy Records team, so he's got a whole team of artists that we also work with, several athletes, and just pretty much anybody who reaches out to us at any level. We treat everybody the same, and I'm really enjoying kind of the love that we're getting from the city right now.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, who do you dream of wearing some of your pieces, alive or dead?
Oh my gosh. Well, it would be something else if I saw Barack Obama walk out in one of my outfits or one of my shirts or my hats or anything. That'd be really cool. You know, like I said, I love St. John and I love Travis Scott's style. Obviously, Kanye has been a big figure in art and entertainment and fashion. I think he's really changed and Virgil Abloh. I mean, if I saw Virgil Abloh wearing one of my pieces, I would probably faint. I mean, the guy in my eyes is a living God. I mean, it's just the ideas and the concepts that he's bringing to fashion right now, and the market he just opened high fashion up to has really sparked a genuine interest in designers everywhere, and it's made people think and know that they have what it takes, regardless of where they're from or what they look like, to make it in these fields that maybe before they didn't feel like that.
Right.
And I think that's really fascinating.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you for coming here today. Do you have any shout outs or anything that you want to let the audience know?
Absolutely. Shout out to Dallas Austin, Jordan Bulch, everybody over at Tongue and Groove, and of course my staff and family that support us and help us be what we are.
That's awesome. Well, we're about to go out on the range, and I know you're well versed in guns already, but we're going to see how Scott Free's Pop Smoke out on the range.
Let's pop.
Let's pop.
All right.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man, good to see you. Thanks for being on the show.
Hey, thank you.
All right.
Wow, these are amazing.
Nisi got some good information out of you, I hope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay, cool. Thanks for sharing that. So what do you think? What do you like? I heard you talking about a Derringer when I walked in.
The Derringer, I think, like, I love classics in anything, in style and guns. The Derringer's really cool. I love these. Are those like Smith & Wesson?
Oh, yeah. Well, these are, this is her favorite, right? This right here is actually a Beretta, and it's called a Stampede. And what it is Beretta decided to make a copy of the Single Action Army. And that comes in .357, and it's just a beautiful gun. If you'll notice, the finish is a lot different than some of the other guns. These are all copies of Colts, these Single Action Armies that you pick up. It is beautiful. She shot this one, actually. It's one of her favorites. What's interesting about a Derringer is that when they were designed at a time when before larger caliber handguns, you know, had really been able to be downsized. So they had to come up with something that was small, easy to carry, and concealable. And so this is pretty interesting. Derringers, when you flip this little latch around, right, this folds back. It's on a hinge. So you put your two shells in, and then it closes. This is what we call a wrist rocket. You better hold on to it if you got it right. Now,
What's the caliber shell?
This right here is a 38 special. We have one that's .357, although it's kind of hard to hold on to. But it's a 38 special. When these were original, they would have had shorter cartridges, maybe you know, a 32s or 38s, and so they've been a little more manageable. You wouldn't have had a lot of barrel flip or recoil. But see how that fits in your hand there. See, it's kind of hard. It just sits right in your palm.
Yeah,
it sits right in your palm, right behind where your thumb muscle comes in, right there, the joint. Yeah, so that
was revolutionary, right?
Well, the design made it possible to carry a concealed weapon where no one knew you had. So that's what made it legendary. There you go. Now that right there is a Setme. It's a G3. So the Spanish invented that, started manufacturing. The German border guards adopted them in, I think, 1959, 60. And then the German Army. That ended up being the standard main battle rifle, full-size battle rifle for the German Army through the Cold War. This one is a British version of what's called the FNFAL. It's called an SLR, self-loading rifle. Self-loading rifle.
Self-loading.
It's an L1A1. This became the basis for almost FNFLs and L1A1s, SLRs were all over the world. As a matter of fact, armies today, Pakistan still produces a version of this. Belgium still produces these rifles and exports.
Like, for instance, the AK-47 has been in service for, what do you think, like, one of the weapons that has been in service the longest?
Well, right now, the weapon that's actually been in service the longest as a service rifle with around the world would be the FNFAL, would be the version of this, because there's still countries today that produce it and use it. As far as us, the M16 has had longevity. So it was adopted in '65, And a version of it we still use today. If you look, this is the early version of what would be known as an M4. That's an M4 right there.
Got it.
So what it is this is that one's great granddaddy.
Got it.
It's XM, which is experimental, XM177E2. This is my carry rifle I built. That is my favorite rifle I've ever owned. It's got a 2-position telescoping stock, smaller barrel. It had an 11.5-inch barrel with a pinned flash hider on the end of it. It's lightweight. Pick it up. Check it out. It's lightweight.
This is awesome,
it's
man.
easy. It's semi-automatic. Now the originals were fully automatic. Very lightweight, and it's one of the best rifles that I've ever owned. So pretty much the AK-47 and the AKM series is going to be the longest serving battle rifle that's used around the world.
Fascinating.
So actually, the Kalashnikov himself.
Yes.
Salute old General Kalashnikov, because he absolutely designed something. It was phenomenal. It was simple, easy to use, never jammed, and
it was his passion.
yeah. Well, and that's the thing too. He never made any money.
Right.
He never made any money off of that because he worked for Estate Design. So what do you think? Which one do you like? You want to see a pistol, rifle? What's
it's fascinating because when I look at this amazing collection here, I think of movies.
Right, yeah.
I can think of like Tombstone or the old cop movies, Columbo, or like what was that? Legends of the Fall.
Absolutely.
The Arnold Schwarzenegger films, the old Capone style stuff. This reminds me of some World War II, even though I don't know if they were there or not, but the view. I think probably the two that would be the hardest for me to ever shoot again would probably this guy and maybe these antique revolvers that are beautiful.
Well, I'll tell you what. You want to take this is a newer copy of the 1927 A1, which was a Thompson submachine gun, and this was adopted in 1921. And what they came out with was they needed to slow down, right? So if you'd like to take that out, we've got ammo for that. It's a fun one to shoot. It's not fully automatic. It's a semi-automatic
Are any of these?
No, not here, not now. But in future shows, we will bring out some of our Class 3 stuff. Right now, we're just kind of getting broken in. But look, I'll tell you what. Why don't we do this? Why don't we take them both out?
Let's do it.
You want to pop some smoke?
I would love it. Let's pop some smoke.
All right, let's do it.
Thanks for having me, my man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Nisi, appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. So really cool. I'm super excited about shooting a Tommy gun. I don't think I've ever even seen one. I'm interested to see how accurate it is, how I'm able to keep it accurate. In the old timey movies, you see them, they look like they're hard to control.
Well, this has a longer barrel. This has like a 16.5-inch barrel instead of a 10.5-inch barrel. So to be a little more accurate, but you get the same feel, and you'll actually probably be pretty accurate with it.
Awesome.
But it is a fat round. I mean, a 45 round it's a fat round and it's slow, so it's a pretty fun round. We're gonna get a full auto one in for the second season.
Nice.
So we'll have to have you back in the Chicago typewriter.
I would love that.
And we are here.
Fantastic.
Welcome to Old Warrenton. Welcome to the range.
I love the boot switch up. You're ready for battle. You might lose your Sprite bottle. Okay. Let's pop some smoke.
All right, y'all. So we're out here on the range. We're about to see how Scott Freeze pops smoke. See if he can hit a couple targets. And I'm going to turn it over to Brad.
Yeah, we're going to give him a little bit of training here on the 1927 A1, the Tommy gun. I have to say, this is the first time anyone has picked this for the show, and also it's a semi-automatic version of what was fully automatic, and it was adopted. They had to slow down the cyclic rate of fire on it because it was just shooting too fast. So the real 1927 A1, they had to slow it down from about 1,200 rounds a minute to about 800. But you made a good choice. One of the key differences between this and the later versions that were military was it has a top cocker handle on it instead of a side cocker, and they went to simpler barrels. Had a question earlier about what these were here, the baffles that are there on the front compensator. And what that is this on fully automatic, the horizontal grip that you see on the front, which is very ergonomic, very easy to grab, those were meant to help you control it, because on full auto, these would pull up and to the right, up and to the right. So the idea was hold it down with this hand, and the muzzle blast coming out of the baffles would help keep the front muzzle down. I don't think we're going to have that problem today, but the safety functions of this weapon are the same. There is a safe here. So as you can see, this rotates back to safe. See that? That's it. That's all the safety is. When it's back pointed towards what says safe, it is safe.
Got it.
When we say rotate it forward to fire, you would just flip that around with your thumb to fire. See how easy that is? That's what it was designed. It was designed to be used in combat. So right there, you've got the safety. Now, the magazine slides in, and it's pretty interesting. Right now it's not loaded, so it's empty, as you can see. You see there's a little bit of a rail system right there, it looks like, right? See that spine on the back? That fits in that notch and slides in until it locks, and you'll hear it locks in. Get your hands on it. Are you right or left-handed first?
Right-handed.
Okay, right-handed, all right. Hey, what you want to do is take your right hand and hold it up. That's your dominant hand. So if you're right dominant, you're going to be right eye dominant. So look, face the range down there, right? So think of this as the saddle, right? This is the saddle.
Got it.
And this is the cowboy.
Got it.
You want this cowboy to fit right down in that saddle, and then let your hands, and it's got grooves cut in it, so let your top two fingers go on those top grooves and your pinky go on the bottom groove, and just let your finger lay right along the side there, and see how that feels in your hand. Feels pretty good, doesn't it?
Feels great. It just
see how your hands just naturally fit?
Absolutely.
See how it just naturally goes right there? This is the first time this has ever been shot. We've never even shot it, period. We got it, it's been in the box. We found it when we were cleaning it out. The cool thing about the Thompson is it's such an iconic, because it's known for the gangsters.
Yeah.
It's known for the G-men, the FBI who shot back.
Yeah.
It's known for World War II. It's, it was basically used in every conflict since it was designed and adopted. World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and these even turn up in some of our modern conflicts. Places like Iraq, believe it or not, Thompsons still show up on the battlefield.
Wow.
Insurgents buy them on the black market, or somebody had them squirreled away, granddad had them.
I think is that full?
Probably. Let's see. I think we can get one or two more in there.
All right.
When I was in Libya, one of the guys had a World War II German Schmeisser machine gun that his granddad had, that they had captured from the Germans in World War II. Anyway, it's pretty funny because then he was running around with a World War II German, submachine gun in a modern battlefield, dude.
Wow.
It's like right out of one of these video games all the kids play. Anyway, it had been handled so much it was silver.
Oh wow.
Like it looked, the metal was worn down so it was shiny, but I got a picture of that somewhere I'll have to find. I also got a picture of Gaddafi's, I've got a picture of me wearing one of Gaddafi's hats and holding I think it's gold or nickel-plated AK-47. Take control of that for me. Get you some CLP. This is called CLP, Cleaning, Lubricant, and Protectant. Today we're just interested in one of them. Just a little bit. So it's for a little bit on the bowl and a little bit here to run down. And what I want you to do is work that a little bit. Work it with your hand. There you go. Work it. Work it. Don't be afraid of it. Work it. There you go. Now tilt it back. Aim it straight up and do that. Get that, there you go, get that oil back down in the middle. Man, I am anxious to see how this thing shoots. All right, okay, you got your glasses, I got my glasses. Let's get our ear protection in. You can lay that right up, right there. There you go, look at that. Okay, all right. Well, I'll tell you what you do.
Are we ready to go live?
Yeah. All right, we ready?
You guys are good.
All right. See if it pulls, see if it comes out. Okay, all right. All right, top cock it, put one in the chamber. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Make sure that went. I don't think it's seated. Again, this is the first time this booger's ever been shot, so double check it, just make sure. Yeah,
like there's one in there.
Good. Now it went. It didn't go all the way.
Got
it's
it.
just because it's brand new. Now you're
Got it.
You're good to go. Let's see. Let's put it on safe. That way you can get full experience. Now look, ready? Okay, so aim for the bottom right board, the block on the bottom right.
Got it.
You're going to take it off safe. Go ahead and flip it. And pop smoke, man. Let them have it. You got it, man. Go to the one to the right. First shot ever, and you got it. Second shot ever, you got it. There you go. Now, I want you to aim at the center mass, the orange guy. Did you notice he didn't miss yet? Not to put any pressure on you, but you're the best shot I've ever seen in my life. No, I'm joking. Go ahead. Shoot for the orange in the center. And then what we'll do is we'll squeeze off a few until we find another magazine malfunction. Jammed again. Sorry, man. It's just going.
Okay. What do I do here?
Yeah. tell you what, well, that's a good thing to learn, right? So
Yeah.
see what's happened? What happened is because we tried to strip off the magazine. For whatever reason, this mag isn't feeding really well. It is the one that came with it, though. But I like to find the GI ones. So what we can do, when you pull the bolt to the rear, that round went ahead and seated. So shoot that. You want to walk down and see how you're doing?
Yeah.
Come on, I know how we're doing. We're hitting, right? That is the Beretta Stampede, a 357 single action Army made exclusively by Beretta, for Beretta. And it's just a gorgeous gun. So the fact that you wanted to shoot it, it's one of my favorites.
I'm excited.
It's good. Well, it's well made. They actually took the old single action Army style, which was famous. You know, a lot of the spaghetti westerns made 6 guns popular in Italy during the 60s and 70s. And so this is a newer produced one, but it's just like the 1873 one, except it's much better. So look, we've already gone through how to load it and the safety features. So I'm going to let you go ahead and half cock it there, put that on, open that feed gate. There you go. And you know the drill.
You're gonna love this one.
I think you just froze
The
it.
regular Josie Wales. Just waiting to happen right here.
Once you shoot it, you're gonna see it's so smooth.
And 6 shots. It's a 6 gun, that's what I say. Now this is a single action only, which means you have to cock it each time it fires. And so, all right, we've already worked over. Go ahead and get your hands where you want them. Go ahead and cock it all the way. And put your thumb forward here, right there, and relax. You're down. You put your hands right, put your 4 right over those 3. Thumb down, forward, just like this, forward, just like golf. Now slow. I'd say, see your feet. Do this. Take a look right here. I'd kind of get a little bit more. There you go. Bend your knees just a little bit so that you got it. And don't lock your arms out. Let the recoil go into your arms, but take nice. There you go. You shot just to the left of the,
That was
the
a
target.
smooth.
Slow, steady pull. Oh, dead center. Look at that. I'll tell you what, Doc, right dead center, just right on the top. You got it. In the heart. Good shot, huh?
Beautiful.
It's good, isn't it? Just top left. It's right there. There you go. Bottom left, slow.
Slow down.
Slow and easy. Slow. Let it surprise you when it goes off. Let it surprise you. See? 6 guns. Now, opposite. Flip the feed gate open, put it on half cock, point it towards the sky, grab your lever there, push it down, rotate it. There you go. You got it. Look at that. Fantastic. You're a regular Doc Holliday.
Hey. Okay, corral, let's go.
All right, here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some more rounds to load here. So this is...
Oh, cool. This is fun.
Now, I'll tell you what we're going to do, though. We're going to take since you're actually so good with it already, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put a few water targets up there so you can pop it.
Okay.
All right, put that in there. Do we have the water targets nearby? I tell you what, let me hang on to that while he's downrange there. I'll take control of the weapon. Go ahead and set us up 3 of them. Now, what we're going to do is I want you to aim center mass on it, right? Just like you were doing. Excellent shooting, by the way.
Thank you.
Of course, with this weapon.
It's so smooth.
It's really hard.
It's like driving a
not.
Cadillac. You just stay in the lane.
Exactly, it is.
You're
It's
just right in the
exactly
lane.
right. Whereas the Glock is like driving the Pinto, this is like driving the Cadillac.
It really is.
Well, and what we got here is we got some gallon and half-gallon jugs that are set up with water. And it just gives you the effect of seeing what happens when it actually hits something. All right, are we all clear? All right, here we go. I'll tell you what, looks like you're ready to go. So I'm going to hand that to you. Get your hands comfortable where you like them. Put your 4 in the front, thumbs forward. There you go, nice and easy. Get yourself comfortable, right? Where you feel comfortable there, right? Now go ahead and I want you to aim for do the half gallon on the left, do the half gallon on the right, and save the gallon for last.
I hit it?
No, slow, ease your pull, slow, steady. Hey, you got it that time.
There you go.
Aim lower center mass. Yeah, there you go, you got him. Now aim right in the big belly. Get him in the belly. Oh, got him in the belly. Now, you got a couple more. Aim for that headshot. Go center mass, nice, slow, easy, very slow, steady. There you go, you got him right in the face. Slow, steady squeeze. Oh, good job.
That was awesome. Thanks, man.
I like that. What do you think? Let's.
It's an amazing weapon.
Let's jump those brass out here. Well, I'll tell you what, let's empty this baby out and we'll go up there and we'll take a look. Hang on to that while we go up there.
you,
Come
sir.
on, let's go take a look at what we got. Got that, guy? I think when you shot it, you shot it through the handle the first time. Because you didn't miss before and you hit that. And then this one, you might have shot it through the handle because you hit it again. You hit it right there where it's supposed to go. That was good, spun it. This guy had no chance at all.
Oh, that was a great one.
That's a dead center right in the gut. All right, well, let's take a look at this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And see, that was, remember, you thought we had 2 shots, but we only had 1 shot.
Yeah.
But looks good. Come on up here. You're going to want some of this. Up there, see? So these are the shots we did earlier. But up here, look at how good you are. Look at that shot.
That's great.
I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was all right there. And then we thought well, actually, excuse me. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we thought we had on the shot there 6. And then we shot 5 times on that. And the last shots you had, slow, steady pull. I mean, that right there is, you know,
Goner.
no more eating corn on the cob with your front teeth. But that guy, you know, that was probably his nose. Anyway, good shooting.
Fantastic.
And these are great. You like it?
Beautiful weapon.
Thank you.
for this opportunity.
It's good, huh?
That's great.
Well, let's get your SIG out and take a few shots. What do you say?
I can't wait to shoot the SIG.
Let's get your SIG out. Thanks for coming on Pop and Smoke.
Thanks for having me. I had a
man.
blast. It was
Lots
great.
of fun.
Thanks a
We
lot.
appreciate you for coming out, and I'm glad you had fun. Did you like shooting the Tommy gun at all? I know it was.
I love the Tommy gun. It was so smooth. That was a very well manufactured weapon,
You also got to shoot the Stampede, though.
which was fantastic.
That's my favorite.
So that made up for it a little bit.
Listen, I thought despite the jams, the Tommy gun was a fantastic weapon. I'm glad I got the opportunity to shoot it.
We'll get it rocking and rolling when you come back down, and we won't have no more jamming.
I
But you were
can't wait.
nailing it. He had everything he shot at. Everything.
You don't want to pop smoke with Scott Freeze.
Well, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you tune in for the next show here on Pop and Smoke, Dirty South Hip Hop Television.